Randah, maybe a little bit about what you're doing. I know you and I have had a chance to work together, which was a lot of fun, I must say, go up in Toronto with United Way.
Yeah.
But tell us the kind of things you've done and what you're doing.
Yeah, so I worked at United Way Toronto, and I was asked to come to put a leadership program for young people working in nonprofit organizations. And with my manager, who was extremely open-minded and ready to take all the ideas that I was bombarding him with, we put together a program that went beyond just a program. It became an institute, a creative institute for Toronto's young leaders. It's called City Leaders, that made it really big in Toronto, not only with the extra funding we had from several foundations, but also the University of Toronto got on board and became a partner, as well as the International Center for Studies in Creativity, another academic partner. And I think it's going places. Like I finished working there in December. We already had 2 cohorts already in from the start of pre-designing to finishing within 1 year. And I think they're ready to accept or to give a call out for 2 more. So this is something that, and also my master's project, while I was studying, it came at the same time while I was designing it. So I put them both together, and I wrote about the experience of putting the program in place. So it was academically proven, if we can say that it was okay. So this is something that I was doing last year. Since I finished in the summer, as Sue mentioned, I finished my master in 1 year as a distance student. I really wanted out of here. No, I'm joking. No, I really wanted to.
Because she keeps coming back, so I know that she does.
I really wanted to get all the knowledge, that's all. So I was taking 3-4 courses at the same time, going back and forth. But what I focus right now, what I'm doing after my study, after my commitment with the United Way, I'm more free to explore new things. So this is exactly what I'm doing. I participated at the Creativity and Innovation Journal Conference in May with a paper about creative environments in organizations. And that got me involved into another international journal about city and civilization in Turkey. So it will probably be in September next year. So, well, I have to write it now. So, and this got me involved into several other. So the creative environment. What I studied is more of how can we make our social. The social aspect of our environment, whether at work or at school, how can we make it more creative? But I found a missing link, which is what about the physical space, the interior design, the architecture, how does that affect our creativity? And this is where I'm most likely heading. This is something of it's a new topic in creativity. There little has been read about, and I know that from Mike Fox, who is a landscape architect, and he told me there is little about that. How does the physical space affect our own creative thoughts? So this is one area where I'm going in, and I'm leaning also more towards the temporary architecture, which is even a very unique aspect of architecture itself, but it fits very well with creativity. We are all about flexibility, we're all about changing sceneries, trying new things, and temporary architecture does just that. So this is one thing. In addition to 2 other things, I'm just going to talk briefly about. The Torrance incubation model for learning and for teaching and learning. Torrance himself is, I'm a big fan, if I can say. You know, I've asked to write about him in every class with Sue. Every class, I think she got sick of it, but but I have to write about him. I really like the way the thought process he put in it, and the TIM model, along with another student who is from Singapore, John Yo. We're really fascinated by this model, but we want to even take it a step further. And I said, let's put an Eastern flavor in it, and let's make a prototype. Let's make a physical prototype of what does it look like to have a TIM. And we're still at the very beginning of it, but I'll keep you posted if we come up with something.
Very exciting.
And the third thing that I'm currently involved in is actually an organization I started 5 years ago. It's called My Arabic Story, and it was basically a storytelling it was a cultural hub. We collected stories from all 22 Arabic countries, and then we went to festivals and told stories, and then we did puppet shows, and we told this like different stories, and we put it on CDs, we invented stories, we wrote books, so we did a lot of things. And at the end of the 5 years, all the members professionally grew out of it. So we're not into the storytelling puppet as in a puppet, but we're more into the creative energy that went in it. So we are reinventing the whole organization, and it's going to become like an incubator for creative initiatives happening all over the world that has to deal with anything that's Arabic, whether the culture, the food, the language, anything. And if anyone is doing something, we connect with other people. We give additional help, like capacity building, to grow their organization. So it will become more of an incubator in that sense. This is something is just starting. So I'm into all new beginnings, and I'm probably going to travel a lot within the next few months. So that's something to add to the focus, to the attention that I have. So that's it. That's what I have.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Marci.
How do you follow something like that? I mean, really, I run a little business, I kind of, do something for this world creativity thing, that's kind of what I do. I say, what?
Ah, come on. I took all the ideas from you. I stole your ideas.
Okay, so how the hell? Okay. What do? I'll call myself a skilled facilitator. I'll call myself, what else do I do? I do public speaking. I do keynotes and that. I do stand-up training, one-day things, right? I also, similar. I'm just thinking about the 4P model of creativity: person, process, product, and press, right? Which of course has shifted, and I really like the new iteration. My focus is on the people, okay, the people part of the process. And when I work with organizations, I don't talk about results. I talk about the people and how the people interact. And my line is, it's that new ideas need a soft place to land. And if you want to have new ideas, then it's about the interactions, and it's about how people are working together. Businesses and my main customer base is corporate Canada, corporate world, basically. And there seems to be an open door in some organizations to consider the people aspect of what it is that's going on, because we recognize that work is really about the people who are producing the product. So the focus of the work that I do is about the interactions, right? And it's about the behaviors, and it's about languaging to support more of the creative energy, to allow it to emerge so that it can contribute to the business, okay? So results are there, but that's their job. My job is to get the people working together, and that's kind of what it is that I do and have been doing for a very, very long time. And it's a very comfortable place for me to be. Right?
Great. Sounds good.
I know, but
Thanks.
look at her. Jeez, okay. Yeah.
Sebastian, was there anything else you wanted to add on that topic?
Well, maybe the important thing to add would be that I think that at the moment, given what's happening globally, not just in terms of economically, but you turn the television, and it's massive despair everywhere in the world. So I think it's a really good time to use creativity anywhere. Really, I think we are in desperate need to be creative, and because if we keep doing the things that we have been doing so far, nothing will change. You need, as Einstein said, if you want different results, or if you keep using the same consciousness that set all this up, you'll never get out. You need to do different things, think in different ways. So I think that is a great opportunity for people with a good knowledge, a good understanding of what creativity is all about, and how to help people to be more creative, to be out there. in organizations and in communities. I mean, I think in organizations is critically important because a lot of leaders, and I'll use Obama as an example, and I don't want to get into politics here, but I personally find him so inspiring because I think that he's doing things differently as he promised he did. He's very bold, he's very clear in his intentions. It really inspires people everywhere. I saw something on television last night about Japan. They're using his speeches to teach English.
Wow.
Again, look at what a creative thing to do.
Yeah.
So I think that working with those top leaders in organizations to help them to be more responsible, more socially responsible, more in tune with what's going on in the world, because I honestly think that we're on the verge of changing the way that everything is going to work. You know, organizations, the way that communities interact. So invariably, this will require a lot of creativity, no doubt about that.